Growing Up, Not Growing Old podcast.
We might never change the world, at least we've had our say.
Real talk about movies, music, politics, race, and religion.
Growing up, not growing old, the feeling is still the same.
Live from New York. It's the Growing Up, Not Growing Old podcast.
So, my new favorite person, Claire from Colorado.
Hi. We met on Fortnite.
And you know what? As we were playing Fortnite, I think there was a moment where I realized you were going to be my new favorite person. When you were like, what's your favorite horror movie? And that's kind of a impossible question for me. I don't really have a favorite.
Yeah.
But I was like, one of my favorites is Martyrs. And you're like, oh my God, I love Martyrs.
I was like, I don't know why I felt like I really wanted to talk about Martyrs with you. And I was like, I have to ask, like, what his favorite movie is, because if he's not tapped in, like, I need to talk about Martyrs. So
yeah, that was like my stepbrothers. I think we just became best friends moment.
Literally, because, like, when I first met my husband, I told him my favorite movie was Martyrs, and he's like, oh, that's so cool. And honestly, like, me and Anthony are kind of, like, polar opposites in, like, the best way. So when I told him that and he watched it, he was like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Wait, what did he think you were talking about?
I told him Martyrs is my favorite movie because honestly, like, the way that movie is, like, it really, like, shows, like, resilience and just, like, getting through, like, the tough shit, even if it's, like, really, really bad and, like, gruesome and hard. It's like you're still able to get through it at the end of the day, kind of thing, even if, like, it's kind of fucked up. Like, she's filleted like a fish, but
yeah,
you know,
but she was the one that but the reason why I liked it so much was, I think one of the main reasons is because I had no idea what it was about. I went in fresh, cold. It had that look and feel to it, which was a bit uneasy and eerie, which I liked.
Yeah. It's very, like, raw, too.
Yes. It had the violence, which I love, but it also had that weird supernatural part where she was imagining that woman cutting her up.
Yeah.
So me going in fresh, seeing the violence with the shotgun and then the supernatural part at the same time, that was like, holy shit. And then you have the perseverance through torture part. Yeah. Which was not only like what you mentioned, but also looked great. And then at the end, you have a help me out here, Claire.
Philosophical?
A philosophical question of, one, did she tell her there is something, or did she tell her there isn't something? Did she bear herself and kill herself because her whole life is wasted? Did she bear because there's nothing, or did she bear herself or kill herself to prepare for the something?
Oh, right. Like, if there's something more to be seen after, like, this plane that we're on, right? Like,
yeah,
was she looking forward to that?
Yeah,
right.
Like she would want, if I forgot her name, but if the flayed girl told her that there was an afterlife, she'd want to, like, I feel like she'd want to be pure, take off her lashes, her wig, and go, even though she's putting a bullet in her brain.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Yeah, it's like there's so many different ways like that movie could be, like, interpreted. And as somebody who's, like, struggled a lot with, like, mental health struggles, especially, like, when it comes to, like, self-harm, and, like, seeing those things, and it, like, kind of, like, really resonated with me in a way, because it's like when you're getting abused or anything like that, sometimes the people around you don't really understand what that looks like or feel like, they don't know, you know. And so that was also a takeaway, because it kind of played into, like, also, like, narcissism that people deal with their abusers, because, like, the abusers that the previous girl had was her adopted family and also folks who were elites. You know, like, it's always those, like, wolf in sheep's clothing types.
And not only were they elites, from that family, Is it the same family she killed?
It is,
right?
yeah. It was her
So-
adopted family.
From the outside looking in, even though they're in France, they look like the everyday happy-go-lucky American kind of couple.
Upper middle
Like, you know
class.
Right, they just
types.
look like regular people. So it's almost like, let's just say they weren't torturers, but it's almost like those type of people, like you said, wolf in sheep's clothing. They could be, the father could be robbing people financially.
Yeah.
The mother could be, doing this and that. So it's almost like everyone thinks that the grass is greener on the other side. Like, just because they're a family unit, they look like the all-American white family, American family. No one's got it good. I mean, they could be torturers, but there's always issues.
And
There's
that's where
always
their money
issues.
came from, was trafficking like girls to use for experiments and everything. Anthony, do not come in here. Oh my god.
Anthony, yo,
I've texted you.
You make it cut.
yo, let me see you. Let me see that handsome face, bro.
Anthony, you want to say?
Yeah.
I told him not to. I was like, I'm recording in here.
But I agree. So that's why I think that she told her that there's nothing, and she realized that she wasted her life and killed herself. I mean, it could go either way.
Okay, from what I took from that movie is that like she had a lot of undealt trauma, and like the demon part of that. Truly, I feel like we talk a lot about psychosis, or at least I bring up psychosis a lot.
So you mean the other young girl you're talking about
like
now, right?
The girlfriend, right? Like the original girl who was who's part of the adopted family.
Right.
She was the one who got her girlfriend into coming to do this because she was saying this family was like horrible to her. They abused her. They did all these things. The girl did not believe her after the fact. And that's what really made her like commit suicide, I think, because it was like she was dealing with her own actual embodiment of trauma and like demons, realistically, because like after she had died, the demon never showed back up.
Yeah, that was almost like that was her. I don't know. I guess you could say trauma, but her demon. That was actually her demon.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever that thing embodied, that woman who was cutting her up, her trauma, her whatever.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
And
So
then
I love that movie.
I love that movie because it's also not like a 3-act movie. Like it could have ended after they killed the whole family and like it could have just been done and over with, but it's like, oh, you have this whole other 2 acts of it. So it's like a 5-act movie where like you have revenge, trauma, and then after that you have to deal with like the mortality and like an afterlife and hope, which is really like crazy to think about in such a gory, almost like nihilistic movie, you know?
Also, if you remember the guy, I got to look up their names because I keep saying the girl who got filleted.
There's the black-haired girl, and I think the other girl has like brown or red hair. I don't remember.
Well, the girl who went through all that shit, who was Anna. The other girl was Lucy, right?
Right.
So when Anna tells the old lady, she's also smiling, I think, right? Does she have a little smile on her face?
Yeah, and she's like tearing up.
So
She's
then
like, I can see it.
Yeah, so now it's like maybe you think that, is she seeing something for real, or is she just fucking with the lady? Like it leaves you with like questions. It's not just cut and dry.
You know what? I never thought of that.
Yeah, because she could be
Yeah.
like, fuck this lady, fuck her, because I'm gonna tell her, I'm gonna fucking talk some shit to her, and hopefully, she takes care of her.
Yeah.
It's not just
I don't know.
Jason. It's not just Jason killing teenagers, which I love anyway. But
I mean, like that. I mean, for all intents and purposes, it's like I love campy horror too, but
oh yeah,
campy horror is like it has a place in my heart. But like, I feel like for this one, I don't think so because it was like, I don't think so.
yeah.
Because she like at one point like she almost falls in love with one of the torturers that she has. almost. Like, she just, like, likes him.
Oh, yeah, they have...
There's
that's,
a
what is that
little
called?
Stockholm Syndrome.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, like I said, this movie is, like, one of my favorite movies, and there's just, like, so much you can take away from it. And I never thought of that angle where it's like, yeah, maybe she is, like, lying to them to get them back. But, like, they all die after. Like, they all kill themselves, so...
Yeah.
I don't know.
So does that mean that are they trying to get to that place, or they're just their life is useless? Their life is meaningless now. Which way could it go?
I honestly thought they were disappointed that they...
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. I thought they were disappointed in, like, finding out that there is something beyond this plane. And that they were... Honestly, like... Okay... The religious part of me comes out where it's like maybe they were just like also just demons here because they were all kind of like elites.
Yeah.
You know, like all of them were like they looked very important. They looked like executives. It just felt like soulless type of thing. Like, you know, like
it almost looked like they had designer shit on too. If I remember correctly.
They looked really like put together and shit. And so like I feel like they weren't really like people, you know?
Yeah, did you ever see I saw a video just 2 days ago. It was a montage video. It was like somebody was interviewing George W. and the guy with the giant head who ran against him one year. I don't remember.
Al Gore?
It was a little later, the second Bush.
Oh.
Who was the guy? He was like, he was a Democratic guy. Anyway.
Are you sure it's not Al Gore?
No, it wasn't Al Gore, because if you said his name, I remember. He was the guy, he was a Vietnam veteran. He was a Democrat, big giant head. I forgot his name. He ran against W. And he was like, I'm here. And his downfall, when he was on his campaign, he was like, I'm here reporting for duty. And then he just his numbers went down. But anyway, the same. Hey Siri, who ran against W. Bush? Why? The miracle of phones.
I'm like, you're asking me. I'm like, I think I can only remember a couple of people.
Yeah, but an interviewer asked them the same questions. They said, "Oh, you were part of Skull and Bones, a very secret society. Can you tell me about that?" And they are both like, "Nope." And then that interviewer ended up dead. That's so fucked up.
You're kidding.
You know about the Skull and Bones, like the secret society?
Yeah, I do actually. I don't know much well, obviously nobody knows anything about it, but I know, like, I love, like, things about secret societies. Like, right now I'm, like, really intrigued. Okay, this isn't a secret society. It's just a bunch of fucking pedophiles, but...
John Kerry.
John Kerry?
That was his name, yeah.
I need to look him up. I want to see what he looks like.
So, yeah, they asked Bush about Skull and Bones. He was like, yeah. They laughed about it and said, yeah, I can't tell you. They asked Kerry about it. He was like, no, I can't tell you about that, but I can tell you about the economy. Like, he just immediately changed the subject.
Oh, this dude looks like a baseball glove.
The what? The tooth?
No, John Kerry. He looks like a baseball glove. He looks fucked up. He looks like he's seen some shit.
That's the guy.
Oh God.
What were you saying about the secret society that's not so secret?
It's not really a secret society. I just been getting like really into like all the Epstein stuff. I read like Filthy Rich, and like that was weird because like Epstein is like a weirdo, and I feel like he was having his own little like secret society for a minute. Putting people
I don't know anything about.
You don't know anything about the Epstein stuff?
The only thing I know about it is what I see on social media posts from two different sides of the coin.
Okay.
So I can't run with it because who knows what's real, what's facts, what's not, who's saying what for political gain, who's saying what for their agenda. So I really don't know what's what.
Oh, I'm not even talking about anything political. I'm just talking about like the things that were going on that island.
Yeah. What was going on?
It's crazy. He like trafficked like 200 girls. Like, between the ages of, like, 11 to, like, 17.
How was that known? He kept records?
Yeah, he had a file. He had spreadsheets. Like,
videos and stuff.
yes, there's pictures. Unfortunately, it's pretty
What
fucked.
a bad criminal.
Yeah, dude. He had like this like weird bathhouse that he had inside his like place that he would have like 12-year-olds like help people bathe.
That's just to show you the ego of these criminals. He never thought he would ever get caught.
Absolutely. And some
Because you
people
don't
took
keep
pictures.
videos. Oh, no.
It's crazy. He had this like room too, and it was like with dental supplies and stuff, and he would like
What?
yes, like there's a room inside of like that island he has. It's his special room, and he would have like dental supplies, a dental chair, and stuff like that. And like he would do really weird stuff with like girls. And he
Did they check his basement? He might have had a martyr's room down there.
They probably did, but I don't.
Right?
I didn't hear anything about that. I just heard about his own like private play area, and it was like basically like he would just like examine their bodies with like tools, like just weird shit. He would hire.
He did it himself.
Yeah, he would hire like girls like from like the ages of like 15 and tell them that they were going to get a scholarship for like massage therapy, and then he would just like take them to live on this island for like 2 months, and then he would just like sexually abuse them, do really weird stuff to their bodies, like playing around with their vaginas with like a fucking little metal, you know, that thing that the dentist put in your mouth to like with the mirror and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
He was doing that shit with them.
Wow. Did he also like charge other people to do that to them? Was that a thing?
I don't know. That's why kind of like the Epstein files are so like big. I mean, for certain, like I'm pretty sure like Bill Clinton has like something to do with that too.
That's one of the things that I keep hearing that I don't want to run with because I don't know anything about it, but his name keeps popping up.
I mean, like he had this giant picture of Bill Clinton in the front of his house in a dress.
Get the fuck out of
I'm
here.
so serious.
Oh my god, that's in that book?
It's in Filthy Rich.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah.
You seem a little tech savvy. Can you notice any photoshopping or any kind of trickery with that photo?
No, because it's okay, for like the photo that was in his house, he had a lot of like really strange like young impressionism. Weird, but I get it. The French, okay? Like
yeah, right,
you know,
yeah, right.
Like,
I understand.
I get it. But in terms of like the Bill Clinton picture, that was a gift. This is like something he asked somebody to make for him as a gift from the same artist who was making all these other pictures. So
That's a strange request. Who does that?
It's basically telling him that like I own you. You're my bitch. Like,
yeah,
you know, like
yeah, for real. So like if Clinton was a guest at his house, he's gonna see that picture.
Yeah, a lot of
like,
people saw that picture.
Whatever just happened, you sound perfect now.
Oh,
I don't know what happened.
it's my passion.
Shining through.
It's my passion about Filthy Rich. No, like if you
did you get through the whole book?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you want to borrow it, I'll have to send it to you because it's actually like pretty fucked up.
Yeah, I would appreciate that.
Yeah.
I have a hard time with even the audiobooks. I listen to it, my brain starts fading, and I'm like, I have to go back and rewind because the main character was here, and now he's here, and I don't know how he got there.
I mean, so, for Blood Meridian, like when I recommended you that one does jump a lot, so you're not lost.
And it was very engaging, and I had to keep going back. So, I mean, if you send it to me, I appreciate it. I'll give it a shot, but I probably won't be able to get through it.
No, it's extremely fucked up because he had a routine about this, and his whole routine was to go into like the more poor parts in Florida. And I mean, when you're in a nice car driving through these places in Florida and you're offering kids scholarships for school because you want to be like this type of philanthropist, people are going to believe you. And
sadly,
yeah, and it's like, of course they're gonna abuse people who are poor and have like no resources or anything like that because they don't have resources.
yeah.
So
yeah.
how can you sue a billionaire? Like, how do you do
Yeah,
that?
no, like you can't win because he's got the highest paid lawyers, the most expensive team of lawyers.
Yeah.
you can't win.
Yeah, and he was doing this for like the longest time. Also, he's a fraud. Like, he didn't even finish college.
Yeah, I kind of
Yeah.
heard about him when he almost got like pushed through to like what was it, the law firm? He like got pushed to the top like really fast or something.
He did. So he ended up like graduating high school, and he had like connections in the neighborhood he was living in. I believe it was in New York City. And I have to go back and look at this exactly. I just know for a fact that he wasn't like really attending schools. He just kind of showed up there. And he used like the college he was out to network with people, and he's a psychopath, and so he's also very charming and very like engaging, and knows how to butter people up the right way.
Yeah, you would have to
Yeah.
to like if what I heard is the truth, where like he just without experience just goes to the top of the field.
But he
You have
lied
to have-
there. He like lied all the way through. Like, he lied about his
But
resume.
you have to have a lot of charisma to bullshit your way all the way to the top.
Yeah.
You got to be sociopathic for that shit.
Yeah, and the thing was, like, at first he was at a law firm, and I think he was helping out with like paperwork or something like that. He ended up like getting to the top of that law firm. They asked him for certifications. He did not have them, and he just kept pushing it off, and then eventually they got rid of him. He hit up another guy, and he got into like a hedge fund. And that's kind of how he got his money. He just like kind of lied to everybody, and then he got to where he wanted to be, and he like squashed everybody at the top too. He was like climbing like constantly.
Was there also someone who just gave him a bunch of money also?
Yeah, so
There was that one guy.
Yeah, it was actually like there's actually a couple guys that gave him a shit ton of money. It was like a guy who gave away his like basically gave him access to his money and his like hedge fund, and so he had access to all this like billions of dollars. And then also Elaine Maxwell's father would talk about like Jeffrey and everything, and Elaine actually was like kind of wanting to be in that circle. And Elaine is a whole other story, because like her dad wanted her to be a man.
She's the one who's in jail, right?
Yeah.
I thought her name was Ghislaine.
Just like
I thought no, for real. I thought
it should be
I thought her name was-
Ghislaine.
I thought her name was Ghislaine.
It should be, considering all the dumb fucking shit she did. She was
What
like,
do you got there? Moonshine?
oh no, it's just a cup. It's from Dick's. I don't know.
No, it looks like you drink a moonshine there, girl. Come on.
I mean,
that's that fucking Colorado moonshine.
I can't drink that. I actually like am really bad at drinking. I like throw up pretty regularly.
Oh, that's not good.
No, I can't drink for shit. I'm horrible. I'm a horrible Mexican. I can't drink. Like,
So Ghislaine.
yeah.
So she's in jail for what? Sex trafficking?
Yeah, because she was also the one organizing more girls to come into for Jeffrey. Yeah.
Wow, what a piece of shit.
I
huh?
know. She was like acting as like a madam, but she would also participate in like sexual acts with like Jeffrey and the girls.
What do you what about the whole suicide thing? Is it just Occam's razor? You know what Occam's razor is, right?
Isn't that like where they just like shank you off?
That would be nice. That would be awesome. Occam's razor is like one of those things where it's like the most obvious answer is usually the answer.
Right. No.
So did
it
he
is.
just hang himself or what?
No, dude, like definitely somebody killed him.
Tell me about it.
You
I know nothing. This is all news to me.
really? Oh my god.
Yeah.
This is I
Yeah,
love true
I'm not
crime.
gonna. Yeah, because I'm not gonna take memes and take it as fact and
Oh,
run with it. You know what I'm
no.
saying?
I
So
didn't
you've
either.
actually read.
Yeah, I did not either. When this stuff came out, okay, let me talk about this other thing. It's called there's a couple of things. I'm from California. Let me preface this. So everyone in California knows that there's like casting couches. Like you have to give some to get some, right? I've always like lived with that type of mentality. And so like my parents have always told me never like aim for like the super rich because like fuck the super rich, like they're disgusting. They could do like fucked up shit to you. And so I've always like had that in the back of my head. And then there's other things that came out, like The Open Secret. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen that documentary.
No.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, so the person who made that documentary actually was getting awards for their documentaries and everything. I believe that they made one on Ukraine. They got an Oscar for it. And when they came out with The Open Secret, they became blacklisted. Now, The Open Secret is about things that happen in like Disney and things that happen in like Nickelodeon in terms of like sex trafficking, in terms of like child pornography, those types of stuff. And then that stuff had came out. They talked about Bryan Singer. They talked about some other producers that I can't remember
Let
the
me
name
just
of.
jump in real quick to let them know Bryan Singer is the director of X-Men, Usual Suspects.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me give you some tea. Like, Bryan Singer,
And he skated. He skated, boy.
yeah, and he wrote Bohemian. He's the director for Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like the most recent thing that he's made. Okay, allegedly, there was a young man that he met at a party that was known for hosting boys, young boys.
What does that mean? Hosting.
They would have boys at a house that would be there to give sexual favors for roles.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah.
More casting couch shit.
Yeah. And so
Okay.
this is just like to give you backstory on why I got so like Epstein. Like
Yeah, sure.
And so like Bryan Singer met a boy there. He was of the age of like 16 years old, and he asked him if he was a virgin or not. And then he wrote him into the X-Men movie so he could have a role because allegedly they had sex.
Oh, that is exactly casting couch.
Yeah.
That shit's been going on since forever.
Yeah, so The Open Secret was like a really big one, and then like the other.
Is that the gist of that whole book? I mean, that whole documentary?
Yes, it talks about like a bunch of people in that industry that did those things. The guys, the little boys that were in the Mighty Ducks for that Disney movie, they were also part of that. Yeah.
You know, those Hollywood kids, man. It's like I hear such horrible stories. The little poltergeist girl. I heard they all fucked her in the butt so much it killed her. Like, there's so many fucked up stories. I mean, I don't know if it's true, but at a certain point,
I have to believe it.
All these stories over the years and years and years, there has to be something to
The
it.
shit that happened to Shirley Temple.
Shirley Temple's another one, and especially if this guy comes out with a documentary and then it automatically
Gets blacklisted.
is black.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's
And
something's there.
It's free on Vimeo, so like anybody can see it. Like, it's a really good documentary. They also talk about the agencies, like the people that take pictures of them, like where these things go. They sell their pictures on eBay. Like, you can buy paraphernalia like this on eBay.
Pictures of what though?
Shirtless children.
Oh, that's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
There's no, like the kids thing is the worst.
Yeah, and that's the thing. This is like a really big issue. So like I watched The Open Secret and I was like, this is crazy. And then I heard about this other thing that came out. It's called The Open Circle. Open Circle. So that one is, I don't know if you're familiar with that or not.
No.
No? So this is something that happened in like the UK in the 80s. So they had a lot of issues with like a prime minister. They had issues with like the orphanages. There was this magazine that came out that was like very suspicious. It was called World of Pie or or something like that. And basically, like, these magazines were advertising orphans for sex.
Oh, jeez. Ugh.
Yeah. And there, like, people have gotten arrested for this stuff, and it has been, like, proven to have happened. And so, like, when I started looking into that stuff, I was like, oh, that's horrible. And then when I heard about Epstein, I was like, an American thing?
Yeah.
I'm like, what? At first, I was like, I doubt it. This sounds like a movie. There's no way this stuff is real, right?
And really, it's always, the real shit's always worse.
It is. And then I started looking into it, and then I started seeing the people that were coming out and the people that were, like, talking about it, and then some girls end up disappearing after they talk about it.
Yeah, of course. That always happens, and then nothing comes of it.
Yeah.
They just disappear, and then that's it.
Yeah, and then Filthy Rich came out when all this stuff happened, and I was like, I don't know, like, this isn't like a in the true crime section. I'm like, I also picked up a book about my neighbors that were also, like, really fucking foul. I'll tell you about that later.
Wait, your actual neighbors?
Yes.
Like the people who live next door?
Yeah, when I was living in California. They chained up their kids to the beds.
Oh my God, I heard that story. Not that particular one, but I've heard other ones like that.
Yeah, no, like, that one's insane. Like, I have the book. It's called The Neighbors Next Door. And I was like, oh my God, this literally happened to me.
The neighbors, that's kind of redundant of a name, don't you think?
It is. It's kind of...
It's a bit redundant.
It's kind of fucking crazy. Yeah. Like, I don't know. Like, I'll have to tell you about that one, because that one's I have pictures. Like, I have pictures of the news vans and everything. Like, it's crazy.
So they were actually your neighbors. Holy shit.
Yes,
this was in California.
Yeah,
right?
I was working at a diner, and, like, I remember seeing this guy all the time, and I thought he was just special needs because he's, like, this large guy with, like, a bowl cut, and I'm like, what fucking adult has a bowl cut, right?
The telltale sign of a fucking psychopath. A large adult male with a bowl cut.
He's like so big. He's he's scary looking, and I'm just like, he just comes in for, like, an apple pie, and I'm like, okay, yeah, like, let me get you an apple pie.
Now that makes it even worse. The all-American dessert. That would make it even worse. You should have known from that.
I really thought this was somebody's, like, big-ass son that...
Yeah, like of Mice of Men.
Yeah,
like
Lenny.
Mice of Men.
Yeah, exactly. I thought this was somebody's handicapped son. I really did think that. And so I was, like, trying to hook him up and stuff. And I was like, oh, yeah, like, yeah, we have these ones. They're a little cheaper and stuff. He was just like, oh, cool. And he would just buy them, and it was totally normal. But, like, little did I know, I didn't know he had fucking 12 kids and a wife.
Oh,
and
shit.
Chained them to
Tying
fucking
people
beds and fucking put them in, like, dog kennels and shocked them with cattle prongs.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's I'm surprised they didn't make a movie about that already.
I mean,
it's probably on Tubi somewhere.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I gotta get a drink. I grabbed water, but I can't find it.
You
I'll be
threw
back
it
in
away.
2 seconds. I drank it already?
I think so. I heard
All right, give me 2 seconds.
I'm dead. This man just threw his water bottle on the floor. He's like, what did I do with it? Like, sir, you threw it on the floor. Oh my god. So that guy with the big head he was talking about is this guy. He looks like a fucking baseball glove.
That's he's a catcher's mitt face.
He's so ugly. He looks like he's wearing somebody's skin.
Yeah, that's John Kerry. That's the guy.
It was crazy. But anyways, with the Epstein stuff, I was like, there's no fucking way, dude. There's no fucking way. Like, this is a plot for a movie. You know? But then I read Filthy Rich, and then I watched the documentaries, and then I heard the girls, and the girls have similar stories to each other, and they don't know each other.
Yeah, wow. Is this what your podcast is about?
No.
Like true crime stuff?
No. This is just like oh my god, it's not focusing. Okay, it's fine. Who cares? No, this is not what my podcast is going to be about. My podcast is going to be about like dumb shit.
Like mine.
I think you have.
I don't go in with any kind of topics. I just say hi, and then whatever happens, happens. And it usually works out pretty good because I have people who are charming and interesting like yourself on. But every once in a while, I'm like, get me the fuck out of here.
No, I mean, like, I think, like, okay, to be fair, like, I think, like, true crime content is a little exploitative because it's, like...
It's also a bit oversaturated. I mean, shit is everywhere.
It is, but it's just, like, they just don't get in depth. They just don't get enough depth for me, but...
Like you would?
I mean, like, I didn't even tell you. Okay, my first job, I used to work in a morgue.
You did tell me. I remember.
Okay,
yeah.
You know this already.
Yeah. Yes.
That's the fields I've been in and wanted to be in. And so like when it comes to like figuring out like the whys and the whats, I like to be like aware of the whole thing.
I got a question for you. So every female in my life loves true crime, and none of the guys do. Mm-hmm. So what is it? What's the connection with females and true crime?
I think it has to do with, I guess always having that sense of fear in the world and just getting that like reaffirmed.
Okay, I thought it was more like, well, at least with my experience, girls are very good investigators. Mm. They're very good detectives, and I think that true crime kind of scratches that itch a little bit.
I think so.
Every guy gets caught cheating. Every single one.
I don't know.
Because girls are so good at investigating shit.
Anthony caught his like ex cheating on him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That sucks.
I know.
He's such a nice guy.
I know. Well, good for me because I have him now.
See, like I like my two new favorite people. It's like Claire is like here. Anthony's number 2, but he's like down here. There's like a big gap between 1 and 2.
It's because we're best friends.
That's how that works, right?
You have a hierarchy.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. Yep. No, like it was so bad. Poor guy. Like he was. I'm sure he's fine with me talking about this, but like,
how did it happen?
Okay, so he was concerned about like his girlfriend at the time, like liking a guy.
Oh no! Don't tell me he walked in.
Oh no!
He walked in. Oh, okay.
It's kind of like that, but nobody was having sex. You know, it's a little more innocent than that. He was like concerned about like his girlfriend at the time, like talking to this guy a lot, and she was hanging out with him, and like she was like, "You have nothing to worry about, babe. You're fine." And he goes to have lunch with his friend at a Chick-fil-A, and then he sees like his girl's car and that other guy's car, and he's like, "That's weird." And he goes in, and he's like, "Really?" Like,
so, but they were just hanging out. That's not a problem, right?
Well,
having lunch.
It was more than that. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, so like you can tell it was more than that by their chemistry, maybe, or their body language.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I know, but I'm happy because I have him now. So
that's fate.
Yeah,
it's destiny. Like I thought you were gonna tell me when you said he was concerned about his girlfriend, so he left work early to go home and check on her, and then he walked in on them banging or something.
Oh fuck no, it wasn't like that. Like he comes from, it's so crazy. He comes from being like homeschooled and a very religious family and everything like that, and his girlfriend at the time was also like a homeschooled like Protestant, and so like they were both like very sheltered people.
So usually sheltered people at some point break out of that shit like and go extremely the other way.
Yeah, for him he just ended up not being religious anymore. For her, she wanted to be an actress in California, and that didn't work out.
I want to touch again about the casting couch thing you were talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever seen that movie Starry Eyes?
No, what is that?
Okay, so Starry Eyes is kind of like what you're saying, but the Hollywood producers and directors, instead of wanting sexual favors, you have to make a pact with the devil. They're all Satanists, and they want your soul, which is actually, it's obviously a metaphor for what it really is, but it's actually a pretty good movie. It's not bad.
It sounds like Neon Demon.
Oh, I've heard of that one, but I've never seen it.
That one's about modeling and like paganism.
It's probably, it's around the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like, she goes to the director or the producer, and obviously she blows him, but she thinks like that's what she's got to do. But it's like, nah, we need your soul. Like, we're Satanists or whatever. I haven't seen it in a while.
We're gonna eat you. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been a while since I've seen it, so I might be a little off on that. But it's kind of the same thing for in real life. It's probably, I'm surprised they didn't blacklist that movie. But I feel like sometimes, like, these Hollywood movie makers and stuff, they make movies that are about things that are really happening. So, like, when the thing really happens, like, no, that's from a movie, you crazy person. But we would never do that. That's in that movie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I fucking believe that.
Yeah.
Because, like, of course it would be that way. Like, of course, or maybe, like, just being too proud, I guess. It's like, oh, what the fuck are you gonna do, Yeah,
it's what's that word? It's like when Epstein, as being a criminal, is it just your ego is too big? You think you're indestructible? You think you're unstoppable?
Yeah.
You're untouchable?
Once you get to, like, that sort of elitist, like, yeah, you can do anything and get away with it.
I feel like, I mean, a lot of times, a lot of people with wealth get a bad rep for being, like, really pieces of shit, scumbags. And I think a lot of the times is because in order to get to that level, you kind of have to be a dick. You kind of have to step on people, and you kind of have to be a scumbag to get to that level. But every once in a while, you will have the person who actually worked for it and who didn't get an inheritance, or didn't get it handed to them, and just had to work for it. And those are the people who you always know who they are, because they're the people who will give the homeless guy a couple bucks down the, when they're walking by. Or they are the guys who are humble, like the humble rich guy. So every once in a while, you will get like a rich guy who actually worked for it and knows where he came from, and probably had a struggle for half of his life before he got there.
Yeah. Or they just had, like, better morals growing up with certain people. It's like, yeah, you have to be tough in order to, like, be a boss, but also, like, there's some people who are just, like, crazy, like, that just have no remorse. I'd be a good rich guy. Would you?
I would.
Would you?
Would you really?
I don't think anybody would be.
I would be a great rich guy, because, like, I've been working my whole life. I've been working since I was 15. Mm-hmm. It sucks. I hate it. And it's like, all I want to do is help my friends. Like, if I played lotto and won like 250 million, the first thing I would do was like, all right, I'm buying my kid's mom and my kids a house. Then this guy's getting $1 million. This guy's Clare from Colorado getting $1 million. This guy's, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like, but that's different. That's because, like, you've come from, like, humble upbringings and stuff like that. Like, it's really tough to be a rich person. You have to have somebody who's, like, well off to start you off, and then you become, like, uber fucking rich. You gotta like know how to manage that money too, because if I had like a rich somebody, if like, let's say my father was rich, right? Yeah.
And he was like, you're not getting anything, but I'm gonna give you like 50 well, not 50 grand. That's like not even enough. I'm gonna give you like 100. I'm gonna give you $1 million, Mike.
Yeah.
I would blow that shit in like 3 months.
I don't think so. I think you probably want to do something in, like, entertainment, I would hope, with that $1 million.
Yeah, I would fucking blow it. Like, you want to invest it or like put it towards something, I would fucking blow that shit. I got a settlement a couple of years ago, a large settlement.
Yeah.
And it was about $150,000. I went through that shit in 4 months. And now my checking is like -15.
Mike.
Yeah, I know.
God.
Yeah, it's bad. But the good thing is I paid off my car. I paid off my credit card bills. I paid off my loans. And then I just got more loans and more credit card debt. Now I'm back in the hole again.
That's the
So
America
it's like,
way.
I don't know how to I'm not good with money. I suck. Even at my old age and all the shit I've learned.
It's not a bad
No
thing.
good.
It's not. It's kind of a normal thing to happen. Like, there's like a lot of us are not financially literate when it comes
That's
to
a good word for that. I've never heard that before.
Really?
But that's perfect. That's perfect. Yeah.
financial literacy. That's crazy. That's what it is.
That's exactly what that is.
I mean, like,
I don't smoke, by the way, but I'm smoking right now. But I never smoke. But like when I do the podcast, I like to smoke.
Do you just like to look cool? Do you just...
Oh, do I look cool?
Yeah, you look cool like that. You know, like a villain.
Yeah. But I'll usually get like some non-alcoholic Guinness.
Okay.
I'll get like a cigarette, and I'm like a host, like an old school host.
I
from the
kind of
70s.
feel like I'm at the poker table with a bunch of with a bunch of dudes with like the cigarette out and stuff, and I'm like, "Hi, I'm just here." Like,
I'm here to tell you about all the awful shit I read about.
I read a lot of bad shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's like contributing to my mental health, but
But you're like, the mental health thing is like, so I'm from a generation who like that shit was not a thing. Like we never got
a
diagnosed
lot of
with
it
anything.
was suppressed, though. You know.
And yeah, because guys, you're not supposed to have emotion. You're not supposed to. Don't cry. Don't show your emotion. Like
I don't
so,
like
like
machista. That's not healthy.
yeah. So like now I'm starting to realize that I'm ruining all these relationships with these amazing women. I'm like, what the fuck? I gotta go get myself checked out. Like I know I was physically abused as a kid, and that shit lingers forever. At a point, you can't blame shit on it. But at the same time, there's things in my head that I got to get figured out.
Yeah.
So in October, I think I talked to you about this. I had a really bad, like I went to, I don't know, the only way I can describe it is a depression hole.
Yeah.
Like
the
I know we
pit.
can relate on it. What'd you say?
I'm like the pit. Like I hate that.
I didn't know how to describe it, but I called it a black hole. But yeah, it's like a pit. And I didn't know what was wrong with me. I told you I broke up with my girlfriend. I wanted to destroy my life. But then I went through a period where all I did was work. I thought this would be the answer. Let me make money. That didn't help.
Nope.
Then I came back to earth and fucking, I'm like, holy shit. Then I went to therapy. I got put on antidepressants. I got put on ADHD medicine. And the ADHD medicine works. But the depression shit doesn't. So I got to look into this stuff
that.
you told me
Yes.
about. But I'm fucking 48 and I'm just doing this now. So I can only imagine if like this mental health awareness thing that is so common now was around when I was in my 20s.
It'd be helpful.
And it would have, but I don't know if I would seek it out because I was that machismo. You know what I'm saying? I was that guy who, I don't cry, I don't show emotion. And all it did was hurt me.
Yeah.
It got me, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously you can't be out here crying in the streets because then you're going to be a sucker and people are going to take advantage of you.
But man, here's the thing though, like when you grow up in a lifestyle where it's like boys don't cry and shit like that, it's like guys have emotions too. Guys get sad. Guys get like felt like hopeless and stuff like that. You have to acknowledge those emotions, otherwise you're just going to continue to disassociate and get worse.
And it's going to sit in your belly your whole life, and one day it's going to fucking explode.
Yep.
And the worst part of it, Claire, is as I told you, is my ex-girlfriend, who I love.
Yeah.
She's like still mad at me for breaking up with her, and I can't convey to her that like I didn't do it to you. Something happened to me, and it affected you.
Right.
It affected us. So it's like now I'm trying to fix myself, so to speak. But we're gonna be fixing ourselves our whole lives.
Always.
Like,
it's a journey.
You know.
You're on. It's always a journey of improvement.
And then we die. And that's it.
I hope I come back as like a bug or something.
What are your beliefs? Like what do you believe in?
I don't know.
Santeria?
I mean, like, kind of, but so, okay, so I might sound a little crazy. I do believe that there is some sort of like afterlife. I do believe that there's like trials you go through in like different phases that is this existence. I feel like this was kind of like one of those things where it's like you get put on the earth and you have a reason for being here, and if it's a small reason, it's still a good reason to be here, you know?
Yeah.
And then when you die, like, I think it could be whatever you want it to be. If you don't want to do it anymore, you don't do it anymore. If you want to come back, you can come back.
I died once.
You did?
Yeah. I'll tell you the story real quick.
Yeah.
I guess you need some more info on that, huh?
I do. What the fuck? You can't just drop that on me. What do you mean you died?
So oh shit, I gotta put my iPad on Do Not Disturb.
Okay.
I'll tell you why in a second.
This man tells me he fucking died.
All right, so the reason I always tell people to put their device on Do Not Disturb is because I did a show with my boy Vinny, Uncle Vinny. What's up, Uncle Vin? And he kept getting texts and calls, and it threw the audio off, and the audio in his mouth weren't synced.
So it was delayed?
Yeah, I reached out to the company, and I was like, yo, what is going on? He was like, yeah, you have to tell them, make sure your phone is charged and you're on Do Not Disturb because it'll fuck up the audio. Because this app I use, Riverside, I use the free version, again, because I'm fucking poor. And so with the free version, you don't, like, the video is not, like, super, it's good enough. But it's like 720p or some shit.
Why don't you use OBS?
I don't know what that is. That sounds like a disease. Do I have OBS?
No.
Overactive bowel syndrome?
Sir.
Yes, tell me about it. Because my boy Tin Man, what's up, Tin Man? He told me about this, and I've been using it ever since, and I never looked at. One guy used Duck Stream or some shit.
Dude, you can be doing this off of Discord and OBS and for free.
Good quality?
Yes.
I mean, this one is free, but you know. You
can do it at least like 1020p.
Can you just text me that when you get a chance?
Yeah.
Because I'll forget.
I'll show. Do you have Steam?
I do.
You can download.
I don't use it because
you can download it for free on Steam.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna look into that.
I got you.
Riverside is great, but every once in a while it fucking have a little glitches here and there.
Yeah, because like you could just like do what we're doing currently, and we could do it on a Discord call. And if you wanted to show me something on your screen, you could instantly do that. Oh,
I love that. I need that.
Yeah, I got you.
Many times. I've been many times. Okay, so I was 18 or 17 or 18, whatever.
Okay.
And I was sick. I was throwing up. So I thought, I stayed home from school and I was just sick. And then I woke up in the hospital tied to the bed. Tied to the hospital bed. And I woke up. I didn't know where I was. I didn't know what happened. All I knew is I had to take a shit. So I fucking ripped out of the fucking bindings because there was no way I was shitting my pants. And there was no way I was going to use the little bedpan. They didn't even expect me to wake up. I woke up and I couldn't walk. But I made it to the bathroom. I did what I had to do. I went back to the bed. The nurse came in, looked like she saw a ghost. She was like, "You're not supposed to be walking." I was tied to the fucking bed. So I wake up. My whole fucking family's like, I don't really have a family. This was 30 years ago, so my grandparents were alive. I think my father, my brother still lived in Brooklyn at the time, or Staten Island. It was during the winter. It was a snowstorm. They all came from Staten Island and Brooklyn to the hospital. And so apparently my stepfather and my mom, I passed out at the house. They took me to the hospital, and apparently I was kicking and punching the nurses, calling them like cunts and saying awful shit to them. I have no memory of any of this. They gave me a whole bunch of Valium, but they had to keep me awake to do procedures on me. So I couldn't be out. So I was in this weird place where I was awake, but I was on so much Valium that I was kicking and punching. So they had to tie me to the bed. So my grandmother comes in, and she's old school Italian, very religious,
Thought you were
she was
possessed.
And then she was like, I was praying for you. My mom comes in, And she was like, "What did you see?"
Yeah.
I was like, "What do you mean? What did I see?" She was like, "Mike, you died. You died for a couple seconds, or a minute, or some crazy shit." And you know what? There ain't shit. There's nothing. If dying for a couple seconds can tell you, if that's a view into anything, I was in my house, and then I woke up in a hospital. Everything else is blackness.
Damn.
And they gave me I didn't tell you what it was. It was spinal meningitis.
Is it like, did you have fluid in your spine?
I had fluid in my spine. I had fluid. My kneecaps, when I woke up, were this big. That's why I wasn't supposed to be walking. I wasn't. The doctor said I probably wouldn't be walking again for in my rest of my life. So I had to get a spinal tap. I think that's why they had to keep me awake for the spinal tap.
You can't be asleep for a spinal tap?
I don't know. There was some reason why I couldn't be sleeping. They had to keep me awake, but they also had to give me a lot of Valium so I would stop kicking and punching people. So yeah. So I had a spinal tap. What?
That's traumatic.
And then, so
sorry,
they had to give me a knee tap also, because I had so much.
What the fuck is a knee tap? What?
All right, so I had so much fluid in my knees that they were like this big, right? Now, but they gave me the knee tap while I was awake because I regained consciousness, so I was awake for that. So the needle was like this fucking big, and the doctor was like, "Do you want us to hold you down?" And I'm like, "Nah, just do it. Just do it." The second the needle touched my knee, I fucking flinched. They were like, "Hold him down." They put this giant needle in my kneecap and just start fucking taking all this fluid out. Right? So,
where the fuck were you? A fucking asylum from the fucking 1950s? Like, what is this?
Yeah, so long story short, I died for a short second. There's nothing there. And I was playing basketball like 2 weeks later. I was on the courts. Yeah, for real.
Honestly, that still doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I feel like the doctors, they give you the worst news possible.
They always do.
Because if you do better, it's like, oh, you did great. But if they tell you you'll be okay and then you don't, now they look bad. It's like the weatherman. The weatherman will always give you like like meteorologists and weathermen will give you the worst possible scenario. So if it comes out good,
no one's
it's like,
gonna get mad.
Okay. Right. If they tell you it's going to be beautiful out and there's a fucking tornado, now they lost their job. It's
like when I went to the doctor and I was like, I have pain in my ovaries. And I come back and they're like, you're diabetic. I'm like, am I? For real? They're like, no. I'm like, okay. Why would you say that?
Why would they say that? Because they want to, because now it's like, oh, I'm relieved. I'm not diabetic.
Fucking bitches. I can't stand that. What the fuck? Are you okay? Am I? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I have to go get an ultrasound, but then I got fired, so I...
You're out of insurance?
I'm not out of insurance, thankfully. Anthony is still employed, so I have insurance. It's just right now, I'm like, I don't really want to worry about paying for a copay right now. I'm just gonna try to get a job real quick.
Yeah, take a couple of days off, girl. You deserve it.
I do. I've been working for like 50 hours for like a year.
That's too much.
I know. And it was like for what? Nothing.
Yeah, right. For what?
I could be reading more things.
More horrific things. And then you could tell me about it. And I could get into horrific things.
I love it. It's my favorite.
All right, so let's get into something a little lighter.
Oh, okay. R/meth.
What is that? R/meth?
Do you know what Reddit is?
I don't know how to use it, but I know what it is. Someone told me about it, and it just confuses the user interface confuses me.
Okay, once we figure out your like OBS situation and how to get that all streamlined for you, I'll show you R/meth. But I was just kidding.
About what?
About r/meth.
Oh, I thought that was a real thing.
It is a real thing, but I think it's just like
Wait.
funny.
What does r/ mean?
It just means like Reddit. So it's like, what type of Reddit is it? It's like the r/ is for like
so
the
confusing.
subreddit. Yeah.
All right, because I did have, because you said you're originally from California.
Yeah.
I did do a show a couple years ago with 2 or 3 guys, all from California. One guy from LA, one guy from, I think, Victorville.
Smells like cow
Excuse me.
shit, but okay.
And they both had meth issues. So
Yeah.
like California had a big meth thing back then.
Oh my
Or
god!
maybe
Do you
still
want?
now.
Do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about that? I would love to.
Yes.
Oh my god! Yes.
Tell me your story.
Okay, so back in like the no, it wasn't the 80s. It was like during like the 60s. Back in the 60s, the Hells Angels were doing their Hells Angels thing, you know, riding around on motorcycles and stuff. And at the time, they were like selling drugs. And at the time, at first, it was acid. And acid was like huge in California. But then things got a little bit different during around like the 70s and 80s, which was cocaine. Everybody was doing coke. And so all this stuff was coming from like the border. And so they were just like pushing it out. And then something new came out, speed. And they found out you can do speed really, like you can make it really easy and you can make it really cheap. And the bikers were the ones making this and selling it. And so the Hells Angels were selling drugs through California, and they were they called it what did they call it? They called it like biker crank or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, and so like the hub became California because it started in like San Bernardino, California, which where I'm from.
Oh yeah, I know. One of my podcasting friends is from over there. All right.
Yeah, there's a really big chapter out there of like the Hells Angels in San Bernardino, California, and that's kind of the hub where basically people were making like methamphetamine. And then that became super big in Southern California. It swam over to Hemet, Menifee, Paris, Riverside, all these other fucking places. And it's such a big thing in California. It's like everyone does it.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Because the couple of friends I do have in California I met through podcasting all have stories about meth.
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge out here. And like the other thing too is like it's so big out here. Like we have a lot of, we like as if I still live there.
Well, I mean, listen, your home is your home. I mean, sometimes I still feel like I'm from Brooklyn and I haven't lived there in 30 fucking years.
That's fair. Yeah, I don't know. It's just really bad because there's a lot of accidents that happen out there. There's also like a certain type of insurance code in California. Like you can't sell a house that had methamphetamine made in it because it's contaminated or something. Like, I don't know, something crazy. But when I was working on
Wow, so meth was such a problem to have like
codes, yeah.
codes and shit.
Yeah, like insurance codes
Wow.
and shit. And I'm like, weird. I like, how common is it? It's very common. A lot of the trailer parks out there, like most of them do like make meth in their trailers.
You have personal experience with this stuff?
With meth? No.
I mean, like, not that you've used it, but in your circle or anything?
Yeah.
Is that something you'd be willing to talk about? Or?
How far you want me to go? I thought we were lightening the mood.
I was about to ask you about like your top 5 favorite horror movies, but this is way more interesting.
Yeah, I have a lot of like experience in my own life about methamphetamines and also fentanyl. So a lot of the time there have been a lot of people, you know, like you're a teenager, right? You buy weed from the weed dealer and you're just like, yeah, I want a pre-rolled blunt. Why not? A lot of that shit was laced. I probably have smoked meth. I don't know.
Wait, you had dealers that sold pre-rolled fucking blunts? Wow, you kids had it good.
Oh, you... Probably not.
We had to gut our own blunts and pick out seeds and stems and shit. Yo, our weed back then sucked.
No, like the weed that we had in California was pretty like it was pretty dank. It was pretty good. But I think it was laced.
Yeah, it probably was. It probably
was. But
I mean, you're alive to speak about it, so it's probably a good thing.
maybe, yeah. No, I have a
Got
lot
some
of
strong shit. I learned the origin. I learned what chronic was a couple of years ago. So apparently Snoop Dogg, the Chronic, the Dr. Dre Chronic album.
Yeah.
So there's a type of weed everyone knows about called hydroponic, right?
Yeah.
So Snoop told a story. He was like, they was selling hydroponic weed, but they by mistake they called it hydrochronic because they couldn't say it.
Right.
And then so chronic is just hydroponic.
Yeah. Yeah, that's basically all it is. Because like now people just call it chronic. And it's like chronic I feel like is almost similar to like salvia because it can make you trip out.
No. Salvia, my friend used to take that shit.
That
he used
shit
to tell
makes you
me,
trip out.
Yo, he was like, I was on the couch and I went into the couch and I was in the hole and I couldn't get out. Right? And he was like, you should try it. And I was like, why would I do that?
Why would I want to be a couch?
I don't want to be in the couch. I don't want to be stuck in a hole. He was like, yo, you trip out so hard for like 3 minutes. No, I don't want that shit.
My brother would always say this thing when he got high, and that's how I knew he was way too high. He's like, I feel like I'm skipping moments in my life right now. And I'm just like,
oh,
I'm like,
that's interesting.
He would always say that. I was like, I feel like I'm skipping moments in my life right now. I'm like, bro, you're too high. Drink some water.
The cure-all. Drink some water. That cures everything.
No.
Have you ever tripped out?
Oh my God, I've greened out. Yeah.
What is that? What'd you say?
Greened out.
What is that?
When you get so fucking high, like you're just like fucked up.
Have you ever taken like acid though or mushrooms?
Oh, I have.
Isn't it great? It's great.
I love mushrooms, but the last time I took acid, I ended up in the hospital.
Oh no.
Yeah.
What happened there?
I was
Let's lighten the mood. Tell me about your hospital experience.
I guess it's lightening the mood for us.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, I took like acid, and what ended up happening was like, I don't know, this thing like made me like really exhausted. And so I just kind of ended up like, this is what people told me. I don't know. I don't recall this, but people told me that what ended up happening was I got dropped off at my house, and then basically like I just kind of like passed out in the lawn, and my parents had to like call the ambulance to come get me, and I woke up and I was still tripping balls, and they zipped me up in like a little thing, and I was like,
a body bag?
That's what I thought I was in. That's what I thought I was in.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, I thought I was in a body bag. I was like, I'm dead now. Like
I get it. This is me now.
I was like, really? This is what it's like to die? I got really upset. By the way, I was like 18 at the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or 17. I don't remember. But I was like that old, and I was in this like body bag and a little sleeping bag thing with my head facing out, and I was talking to the ambulance driver, and I was like, can you teach me how to drive? Because I want to know how to drive before I die. Because that'd be cool.
I'm already in my body bag. But teach me how to drive.
Yeah. He was like,
can you release me from my body bag real quick?
And he was just like, shut up. Like,
dumb kid.
He was like, shut up. And then
Can't even handle your acid.
Literally, I fall asleep, and then I wake back up, and I'm like, I'm strapped to this like bed, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I have an IV on, and here I'm thinking I'm getting experimented by Nazis.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm one of you. I'm white. What do you mean? Like,
don't worry about my accent.
Yeah.
I'm one of you guys.
What do you mean? And then I fell asleep again, and then I wake up, and then the doctor's like next to me, and I was like, the fuck happened? Like, what is going on? What is happening here, dog? And he's like, you're tripping balls.
Still tripping.
He's like, you're tripping balls right now. And I was like, okay, and fucking, you're still not telling me what's going on here?
Is that doctor lingo? You're tripping balls?
He told me I was tripping balls. And my parents, oh my God. Well, I don't talk to them anymore, but it's okay. They were
Wait a minute,
pissed.
the doctor said that? The doctor actually
said I was
that?
tripping balls.
Oh, I thought you were fucking around. He
No,
actually said
he
that.
said that to me. He was like checking out like
What?
my levels and shit, and he was like, I was like, what's going on? And he's like, you're tripping balls, and I'm like, I fucking know, but what's going on? Like,
What a bad doctor, as I noticed you're wearing a fucking magic
I
mushroom shirt.
know. It's so on brand with me. Just like it's very me. But yeah, I was just like, okay. And I was still fucked up, and so like when I saw my dad, oh my god, I was fucking shitted. He looked so angry at me. I've never seen this man that angry. Well, I have, but like this looks scarier because I was tripping balls. So
Yeah, that's what I was. That's my next question was like, did he look extra angry
he
because you were
looked
tripping?
scary. He looked like the
Like the
devil. Yeah. I was like, and then he's like,
Dad.
I'm so disappointed in Spanish too.
Ooh.
And I was like,
That's probably. It's probably way worse in
it
Spanish.
is. I was like, ugh. And my mom was like, I'm so disappointed in you. And I'm like,
That's worse. You didn't care.
I didn't give a fuck about what my mom said. I was just like, okay, whatever, bitch. Like,
Oh, so at that point you were already kind of on your way to not talking to them.
no, actually, because I didn't.
That happened later.
That happened later. Like, I stopped talking to them when I turned 22.
Is there no
Reconcile.
There's no want. Yeah, there's none of that.
I've tried here and there, but it's always, well, here's the thing. My mom is like very narcissistic. She's very much so like, if you don't serve me, I don't care.
Oh no, yeah.
And
the only reason why I'm asking is if there's any chance for any kind of a reconciliation because like my mom lives in Texas, my brother is in New Jersey. I have friends close, but they have their own families, they have their own lives. So I'm just me.
You got
alone.
me and Anthony now?
Well, that's true, but I'm saying like in my little world right now,
Right.
It's pretty fucking lonely. So it's like sometimes I wish I had family. So when I hear, it kind of makes me sad when it's like you have parents. Obviously, there's giant reasons that you don't talk to them, but it's like, fuck. I wish I had parents.
Right. Like just
But then
around?
again, who knows? Yeah, it'd be like my friend Bill. As you know,
Yeah.
my friend Billy, he lives with his whole family. And like he sent me a picture. He sent me a video. I forgot what they were doing, but it was like his mom was on the couch hanging out. His dad was cooking. His son was talking about him. His daughter was doing something with
You
a
want a
tarantula.
whole unit.
I would love that. Would be great. And I had a chance to do it with my kids and start a new unit, and then that didn't work out. So it's like, damn, so there's no reconciliation in the future, huh?
With them, no. Like, there isn't. I've tried, and the thing is, it's like, it's just more like drama than anything.
Yeah, who needs that really?
It sucks because it's like, when the reason why I tried to like talk to them again once was because my brother was having issues with like drugs. Or he's still having issues with drugs, and I was like very concerned about him. And I talked to my mom, and I was like, "Hey, I just want to let you know, like, he's doing probably crack, like maybe." And she's like, "Oh my God, are you for real?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like I'm really worried about him. I just want to make sure like everything is good, like if he can get help for him or something, because I can't do anything for him out here." And so they talked to him, and my brother was like, because he's an addict, he's going to lie to them.
Yeah, they lie about everything.
Yeah, and it's because he's in an active addiction. And my parents said that I was a liar, I'm stirring shit.
Oh, no,
all this
really?
other stuff, yeah. And I was like, I wouldn't lie about something like that. Like, I'm just telling you, like, what I saw, because he did this on FaceTime.
What would be your motivation for lying about that?
There's no reason for that, but they just like are in denial of it, so they just kind of like blamed me for it. So, after that I was like kind of really upset, and I was like, you know what, like I tried.
Yeah, there's only like there's only so much give that you can give.
Yeah.
And when the other people are just taking and not giving.
Yeah.
I understand.
And it was like, we don't have a very good relation. Like, when I first came out here and, like, I was planning on leaving, I had to do it in, like, secrecy. Like, I wasn't able to just be like, hey, I'm deciding to leave because I feel like I'm an adult and everything. My dad hit me, like, before I came out here, and I was already in a relationship with Anthony, and Anthony was, unfortunately, like, on the call with me a couple of times when he heard, like, bad things happening to me by my father.
Like, actively happening?
Yeah.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah.
I mean, just as, like, a man, but there's like so much shit that goes on in that situation in a man's head. It's like you want to go over there and just kill everybody, but at the same time it'll make things worse.
Yeah.
But like you have to have some kind of it's so strange, like like pride and protection, because men are very protective and we're protective beings, and it's a lot to go through.
Yeah. And so there was like an episode that happened with my dad, and he like hit me, and then my now husband was like, I called him and I was like freaking out, and obviously like the fuck, and I called him and I told him, I'm like, I can't do this anymore, and I honestly thought I was gonna kill myself, to be completely honest with you, because I was kind of over it. Like, I just did not feel like life was gonna get any better or anything like that. And then a month later he figured out like how to get me to Colorado.
Oh, that's like he's like your savior.
He is, absolutely. And it's like he saved my life several times. And then
he saves us. Yeah, and he saves us in Fortnite all the time. So, yo, big shout out to Anthony.
Anthony's a fucking he's great. He's like, perfect.
He's like your saint.
He is. He's like my keeper. He's like he's like my caretaker.
So he saved me. So this happened a couple times. You need to get saved.
Yeah, especially by him. Like, I've had to go to like the hospital and stuff because of my mental health, because I was also not dealing with it for a while, and then he was there for me for that stuff, and I've been there for him for his things too. So we've gone through some shit together. But yeah, like, I've tried to reconcile with him, but that's okay. Like, some people aren't gonna take your love or anything like that. And I just like have given it over to his family, and they accept me. So I'm like, that's fine.
Good. That's great. Because, you know, family's really only family through blood. I mean, when people ask me about, like, if I remember a couple girlfriends ago, she was really upset that I never introduced her to my family. And I was like, no, my friends are my family.
Yeah.
You've met my friends. These are the people I tell them I love them.
Yeah.
Because they're my friends. They're not my blood family, but they're my family.
It's like the
sometimes family I chose.
Are disjointed, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, it's a big deal when I introduce people to like Anthony. Like, that's like kind of like my rite of passage for people. It's like, are we really friends? Not until you meet my husband. Like, that type of shit,
exactly.
You know?
Because it's like the people who you choose to have in your life make up who you are. So for me to introduce this girl at the time to like Jay and Bill, my two best friends in the world, that's a big fucking deal.
They're like your brothers.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it's like, do you not have a relationship with your dad?
No.
Not at all?
No, not at all.
And your mom.
But it's not like it's not like something. It's not like a thing happened. Like nothing happened.
Right.
It's just that he don't call me and I don't call him.
It's just how it is.
It's just how it is. Also, like he's my father in title only. Like, he never taught me anything. He never passed on any wisdom. Never gave me any life lessons. I grew up with a bad image of women because of him.
Oh.
Like, I always looked at women as objects.
Oh.
But because like when I was like so little, there's a street in Brooklyn called 86th Street, which used to be the Strip, where guys would cruise for girls, and you know,
it's like a
take
stroll.
me down. He would take me down there when I was like 8 or 9. He's like, Mike, look at the legs on this one. So like I was like, So I was like, you know, I blame him for a lot of ways that I treated women in my 20s. but you can't blame him forever. But at the same time, it's like when I would go visit him in Brooklyn, it was like he would take me and just drop me off at his parents. So I would be hanging out with my grandparents. Like, so it's like there was never a foundation to have a relationship as adults.
Right.
And he doesn't even reach out to his grandkids. Like I took my kids to see their grandfather.
Yeah.
I did when they were like 5 and 4, and he hasn't talked or seen them since. That was 10, 11 years ago. So between him and my stepfather, who beat me up as a kid, like my brother is like my father. My older brother has been like my father figure.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's just one of those things where, he don't call me, I don't call him. Unless somebody dies, then I hear from him.
That's annoying. I'm sorry.
That's all right. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's not even really a thing.
What about your mom? I know your mom's in Texas and stuff, but like, do you all have a good relationship?
We have a relationship that's a relationship. What I mean by that is she's amazing. Mm-hmm. She's like a fucking angel. I have a tattoo on my arm of an angel for her.
Aw.
But she actually told me and my brother, she was like, I'm sorry I wasn't a good mother to you guys, because we pretty much raised ourselves. Like,
was she just like working a lot too, or? She worked, but her thing is more about she never pushed like college schooling, like education. We would just leave the house and just be gone. Even as like 5, 6 years old, we'd be out all day. And so actually at one point she apologized for not being a good mom. And there was some point she just became the best mom ever. Like when we had kids, she just became an amazing person, an amazing mother. So I do have a good relationship with her, but it's not the Ozzy and Harriet kind of fucking. It's
you know what I'm saying, like that.
Were they just like young? They just have you guys really young?
I don't really know the story. I don't know the story. I just know that me and my brother, we pretty much were on our own. And that's how that was.
That's fair. And so, like, do you hope, like, one day, like, when you find your partner, like, the partner that's supposed to be with you, that you will be, like, a unit together? And, like, is that what you want in life? Is just to have, like, a family unit?
Yeah, I would love that. It's a little late for that now because of my age. But the one thing I always wanted was I would love to have a kid and have, like, I don't really care about marriage, but I'll get married. But I always wanted to do it the right way. Like, plan on having a baby, then having a baby, starting a life, building a foundation, building a family, having this unit, having everyone over for Thanksgiving, the kids, the uncle, everyone. And that's just not going to happen at this point. So I'm kind of okay with it not happening. It's just the way it is. But that's what I would love. To have the kids in the house running around, you know what I'm saying? The husband, the wife, the family unit,
Yeah.
It's not going to happen at this point.
Why do you say that? Like, your kids could get married and then they could have, like, that thing happen for you and be like, yeah, we're going to go to grandpa's house. Like, what?
Yeah, so, I mean, it could happen that way, sure.
Yeah.
But, I wanted it to be like, I wanted to do it the right way.
Right.
And the closest I came was 2 girlfriends ago. We lived together, and we actually did it the right way. We planned to have a baby, and we were going to get married, and we were going to start a life. And then she had a miscarriage.
Yeah, it messed her up.
And it fucked her up, and then we broke up. And so that was like my last chance of, I'm old now, Claire. Don't let this baby face fool you.
Bro, I just think like anything could just happen. Like, anything could happen in a year. Anything could happen in 2 years. I think
You're so sweet.
These things can happen.
You're so sweet.
I'm
look
serious.
How cute you are.
I'm so serious though. Like, you can't say that. Like, I think, like, I don't know. For me, I don't want to have kids,
It's good that you know that.
I don't fucking want them. I'll be the aunt. I'll help babysit. I'll buy a stroller. I'll do all that. You want time off? You want a weekend? Okay, I got you. For me,
Yeah.
no.
And Anthony feels the same way?
Absolutely.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's great that you guys know that, and it's great that like you admit that you're too selfish.
Absolutely.
That's great.
I'm so fucking selfish. I'm like, I want to spend $150 on fucking Magic the Gathering cards. I don't want to spend $150 on fucking baby formula and diapers. I just don't.
You cannot be selfish with kids.
No.
I mean, you can be, but you're going to be a piece of shit.
Why would I want to do that to somebody? Why would I want to do that to somebody? That's fucked up.
So it's the fact that you guys know that, and I think that's amazing.
Dude, I just want to buy Legos. Like, that's all I care about. I'm like, you have a baby? Oh, well, I have this fucking Lego plant. Like, what? Like,
that's great.
I got Jabba the fucking Hutt. Like, hello?
Oh shit.
Fuck your baby. No, I'm kidding.
Bricks and Booze. I actually went back to my old podcast feed, and I went and found that Bricks and Booze episode with that dude I was telling you about.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to I'm gonna go back and listen to it because I have no memory of it whatsoever. Or what the fuck I even talked to him about.
His favorite type of booze. His favorite.
And what he did was, it was a YouTube channel, and I think I remember he would be in front of the camera like this, and he would be building the things, and a hand would come in and hand them drinks. Like it was a female.
It's his wife.
I think it was his girlfriend or his wife. You would never see her though. It was just a hand would come in the frame and hand them drinks.
Thank you, honey.
That was it. All right, so listen. Let's wrap this up. So we've been talking for a while now.
Oh my god, it's about to be 2 hours.
Get the fuck out of here! I can't read it. The thing.
Wow,
it is. Holy shit! I can't believe it's an hour 42. Okay, so all right, so I just want to thank you. We'll get into like more pop culture stuff if you want to do it again one time.
I'm down.
Thank you so much, Claire.
Anytime. I have
amazing.
so much time. Thank you for having me on your incredible podcast.
My new favorite person, Claire from Colorado, and Anthony.
Next time, maybe we can get Anthony on.
Definitely, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's got a million stories.
He has a lot of like religious ones. He used to be an altar boy.
Oh, that's interesting, and that could be fucking sad too.
No, nothing. He wasn't molested. He's fine.
Oh, we don't want that story then.
Yeah.
We only want the shitty stuff. We only want the horrific stuff.
There was no bright sides to this podcast, but I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Thank you so much, Claire. I'll see you on Fortnite soon, hopefully.
We'll do. Okay, bye.